Well, you all must have heard I'm a real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. Is Vilemike here, and with me so far is LDG in a strange voice, Grandpa Geek, and off camera we have Mrs. Vile.
Please don't make me do it.
Hello.
She doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to talk too much, but I might go to her on occasion just to annoy her.
That's what I was going to say, just to annoy me.
Now I have an echo.
You have an echo now?
No, it always happens with you because YouTube doesn't let us mute a stream until it actually goes live. You have to wait for it to start playing. Because if I mute that, because I hate forgetting about mute tabs. It's easier just to wait.
Lazy. I can understand that.
You know, the sad part is LDG here sounds like a real terrible version of a guy I watch on TikTok. And it's very insulting because the guy does it so much better than LDG is ever going to be able to do.
I'm still transitioning. I'm not done yet. We're getting there.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be as popular as Ricky. That just ain't gonna happen.
I don't know much more.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence.
It already sounds like you got your balls dipped in acid.
Exactly. Exactly. I like it. I like the new me.
All right, Eddie was trying to bring something up before the stream started, and I cut him off. I was like, I don't know anything about this. Let's talk about it on the stream. What's this
you don't know
about
anything
Oprah and
okay,
The Rock?
okay. All right, you don't know anything about the Oprah Rock kind of backlash that happened in the last few days?
No.
All right, just look it up.
Well,
the basic premise is what happened was Oprah Winfrey and The Rock over this the last few days or something went down to Hawaii on Maui. Literally, she starts out her PR video. You know what? It'd just be better. Can I just fucking pull it up and show you?
You can try. I mean, it has to do with the fires?
Did you say Oprah and The Rock? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Oh, this should be interesting.
All right. So let me just pull this up. This is what a lot of people saw, and this is what's been pissing a lot of people off. Screen. Okay.
We were texting back and forth, and I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community, and I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think that's the answer.
I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
That's right. And I know a lot of people out there, as Oprah and I have been finding, are just having a hard time trusting where the money goes. What organizations should I send money to? How can I help? In this case, the fund that we created with a lot of hard work from a lot of hardworking people who all care about these people of Maui. As Oprah was saying, it is a clean, direct from you directly to their hands and right away with some real immediacy, because as we're finding, as you guys around the world know, with disasters like this, the number one need is money.
Is money.
In hand.
And so people being able to have their own agency, being able to make decisions for themselves about what they need and what their family needs, that's our goal, is to get that to the people now. And so we appreciate any support that you can give. All the people who were calling me and texting me and messaging me and saying, what do I do? What do I do? This is what you do.
You know.
The People's Fund of
Of
Maui.
Maui.
Yeah, that's what got her in a. That's what got them some serious heat this weekend.
Okay.
Well, how did they get heat? Why? Yeah.
Seriously, you're joking, right?
I mean,
You're asking-
I think it's.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
confused.
it's odd that they're saying, you know, they're advertising it as, you know, easy money, like hand in money stuff, and oh, you know, I know there's a lot of scams out there, but we're not one of them. And then just using words like, you know, the money goes right to them, even though that in itself is still vague. But I mean, it sounds like, you know, sounds normal. Sounds
Yeah,
like
sounds like a
they're
normal celebrity
creating another
charity thing.
fund. Yeah, exactly. I mean, was there something controversial about it, or did The Rock say
A lot of
something?
people were pissed. Oh yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people had something to say about it. Quite
Why?
a few people.
Okay, what were they
Because
saying?
we're
That's
not.
what we're asking.
Okay, well, I'm going to make it very simple. Oprah, she's worth $2.5 billion. The Rock is worth $800 million. Oprah also owns 2,000 acres of Maui land, and also just bought 840 additional acres to add to that for that 2,000 that she got on the cheap. Like, I'm talking massive cheap, just this year before the fires. So people are not happy about this because she's got some shady issues in Maui, Hawaii area and stuff. And also, dude, most of us can't afford to fucking pay our bills and we're living paycheck to paycheck. And you got one of the richest people in the world asking us for money when if you actually look up the people who live on Maui, even if that's part-time, okay, you got Oprah Winfrey, you got Mark Zuckerberg, you got Jeff Bezos. You got 3 people right there could fix the whole problem and they wouldn't even break a sweat. But I need to give up my hard-earned money. No, that good intentions, bad optics.
So it's the optics of it that's
Yeah, it's the
people are
optics
complaining
of it.
about.
It is the optics. It is the complete total
Oh.
optics of it.
So it's the same thing as any other rich person who starts a charity.
Yeah.
No. Well, if you're a rich person who makes your charity all about yourself, then yes, it's that typical thing. But there hasn't been a lot of trust in the whole celebrities and charity stuff since the Katrina incident.
Now, when it comes to someone's net worth like that, and I'm not saying Oprah doesn't have enough liquid assets to probably help a lot, does she, like, is it possible for them to liquidize enough assets to help out right now? I mean, remember when
I don't know. Here's the thing.
when
We've
well,
never heard. We've never seen.
when Elon Musk had to buy Twitter, he had to liquidate a vast amount of stock from Tesla in order to do so, and he lost, like, what was it, $50 billion?
I have no fucking idea how much money he lost. I don't care.
No. What I'm just saying is it's because he was worth that much money, but he didn't have that much liquid assets to actually buy.
I know about the liquid asset stuff. I understand the liquid asset stuff. Okay, I get that. I really do. But you can't sit here and you can't. Okay, right there, right now. Do you think the average person understands what you just said?
No, but as I said,
Exactly. They don't have time to think about that, care about it, or even consider it.
So what you're saying is just because the average person is too dumb to realize that they may not be able to donate a lot of money.
So we're blaming it on that. Okay, well, why didn't Jeff Bezos?
I'm just going by what you're saying.
Why doesn't Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, and Mark Zuckerberg, those 3 guys right there, get together and say, hey, how much money can we reasonably give of our liquid assets to help out the people of Maui?
Oh, I agree. They probably should be doing that.
Well, they're not going to, are they?
No, that's one of the reasons I say we tax the rich in order to help pay for the poor, and especially in situations like natural disasters.
Well, that'd be great. Here we have a little tiny, little teensy weensy problem with this little thing called our tax code.
Yeah. But we're not gonna go into the tax code right now because that's a whole big mess. I mean, literally, our tax code is
A joke.
yeah. I
Well,
mean, there
it's a joke because think about it. Okay, think about it this way. Realistically, our tax code, as big as it is, 99%, what is it? Maybe 95% of Americans file about the same way. Reasonably, we all file about the same way.
I'd say probably about 95%, but yeah.
Yeah, we all file about the same way. You know, there's not, you know, if you're a little bit wealthier, you might have some, you know, or your business is something like that. You itemize things like that. But we don't have anything.
I absolutely itemize, but that's because I use anything I can use to as a tax deduction for the business, I do so.
Yeah,
like,
of course, because
like,
if
for
you
instance,
have a business, you itemize. Of course you would. You would be stupid not to.
I mean, to the point where this StreamYards I use as a tax deduction because I use it for my YouTube channel, which is advertising for the eBay store. I mean, if you look right there in the little corner where next to you, I've got part of the logo for SD GameSwap showing.
Yeah, I know.
Hell, I've got my little banner at the bottom telling you to buy something at SD GameSwap. This entire channel is designed to flow traffic towards my eBay store.
Yeah, and I buy my stuff, and then, you know, when I've had family members who've owned their own businesses and had itemized and done deductions. I get all that.
Oh, and here
I'm talking about is 95% of our tax code.
I'll even go even one step further. Hold on, NBA, just as a joke, because this is actually kind of funny to me.
Okay.
Mrs. Vile, you were using my internet earlier, my Wi-Fi hotspot. What is my Wi-Fi hotspot's name?
SD something.
The name for my my Wi-Fi hotspot is SD GameSwap on eBay. So I even use that to advertise for the thing in case anyone's looking up free Wi-Fi. Well, they wouldn't be able to connect to mine because it's still password protected. But everything I do is to advertise for my eBay store so I can make some more money. Even though technically I don't make that much money, as you know, the store does not make a ton of money, even enough to pay taxes every year.
Yeah, you're like a hobby, right? Is it classified?
You should airdrop your store when you go to airports. It's funny you should say that, Revan. I'm actually going to be dropping off my roommate at the airport tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna let you know this, Mike. Our tax code is 6,871 pages.
I know, dude. I wish I could show you, because I don't wish I could show you so you wouldn't actually be able to see everything. But my tax guy, who's been my tax guy since I was, you know, a teenager. My tax filings are about 23 pages long, just for the eBay store, not including my day job.
Okay, you live in California, so I got to imagine you got to do the state tax, whatever thing.
Yeah, but right now my state taxes are actually less than my federal taxes because of that whole thing Trump did in his second year that Biden never got rid of.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I have no clue.
Remember that big tax cut thing that Trump did? For businesses?
No. You got to understand, I didn't own a business, so I didn't keep track of that stuff.
Well, one of the things he did was for businesses that, you know, make or have X amount of employees, they got a huge tax cut. But as one of the things he did is he redefined what a small or a micro business is, based on not how much money you make, but based on how many employees you have. And because as far as this federal government's concerned, I only have 2 employees, both of which are me. Because I was now qualified as a micro business, not a small business, my federal taxes doubled. Actually, no, they tripled. So I was literally paying like $50 a year in profit taxes. Now I'm paying $150 a year in profit taxes to the federal government.
Oh, to give you an idea of this, the original tax code, when it was first introduced in like 1913, after the amendment passed, was like 27 fucking pages long.
List your kids and pets as employees. I have actually listed Caddy as a general contractor before, as when I put her in charge of the social media, but I actually had to fire my own daughter because she didn't do her fucking job.
Yep. You gotta, well, nepotism only works so far.
So, and Eli was saying he's trying to connect, but he can't. His internet's not working, which is funny because I was worried about my connection.
Now, is everybody on string can internet?
I'm not having any issues with my connection. We just got I got our repeaters up and running this morning.
Yeah, Lord.
Oh, Mike, I did a video on TikTok because I did a research thing. So I was born in 79. So I literally went through and looked at shows. I was looking at TV reboots, shows that have been rebooted. And I was like, okay, what has been around since, I went with my lifetime, the 80s to wherever I stopped. I picked 30, I found 38 shows before I finally stopped that were made in the 80s or later and have since been rebooted. That's 38, and I'm talking just from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even the 2010s.
Okay, well, now here's my question about that list. Let's take something like Transformers. Now,
Transformers has been rebooted multiple times.
That's what I'm saying. Is it going to count that as one reboot for each show that's technically a reboot, or is it...
No. I mentioned some shows have been rebooted multiple times. Like Thundercats has been rebooted multiple times. Voltron, He-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, so some shows have been rebooted multiple times. Technically, Roseanne was rebooted as Roseanne, and then I guess you could say technically span off into the Connors, or was a continuation.
Well, see, I would consider Roseanne not a reboot, but a as I said, a continuation or a spinoff.
That's what I was saying. I said reboot. I said a reboot, a reimage, or a continuation. Because a lot of them were continued. Like I mentioned, Full House, 90210, Melrose Place. Those weren't necessarily reboots. They were just, continuations with either newer characters or, hey, this is where what happened to them since you last saw them.
And if you're talking about spin-offs, that's going to make things even more complicated because,
no, I did not include spin-offs. I did not include spin-offs.
I thought you said
I did not include spin-offs. No, I did not say spin-offs. No, because that was going to open another. No, that's a whole, like you said, that's another can of worms.
Because you could argue, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, all those are spin-offs. Transformers, Beast Wars, Transformers, Beast Machines. Those are technically spin-offs, not reboots. So you could.
Well, that's what I said. That's why I said you got your. I kind of limited to like the idea of a reboot, a reimage, continuation of the story, and yeah, some of them like Transformers has been both rebooted and spun off and reimaged. I mean, like I said, I mean, you could take this. You could take that with, I guess, Voltron too. There was a 3D one that came out that was supposed to be like a continuation.
The third dimension. Yeah.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a continuation of the 80s.
Yes. Which had the shitty
and
stealth
then you had
stealth Voltron, which was the lions just looked like shit.
Oh, I couldn't stand it. It was horrible. And then you had the the Voltron reboot that we talked about a week or so ago.
Well, that's been
But yeah, I
rebooted.
mean, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
We've gone.
They did a continuation, they did a reboot, and then they rebooted the reboot.
They've already done that? Oh, I don't know.
Well, they
That's
did
what
a
I'm
reboot.
saying.
Well, here's the thing. Well, Voltron was weird. They did a reboot, then they did a comic book continuation, and another company was like, hey, that's a good idea. We're going to do our own continuation. It only lasted like one season. And then they did another reboot. So they did a reboot, continuation, reboot.
Well, let's see. You've had He-Man, our 80s He-Man. Then there was that 90s one, and I don't know. I never saw it, so I have no idea if that was supposed to be like a continuation. Then there was I think a Cartoon Network reboot, and then the Netflix one that just recently came out. And then there was wait a minute, what? There 2 Netflix He-Mans that came out?
I don't know. I know there was one for sure, but I don't know if they actually did a second reboot at one point. Because I know I saw one on Cartoon Network, but I don't know if that's the same one that was on Netflix.
No, that was no. Those were 2 different things. The one on Netflix is the Pineapple Express guy. I think. No, not the Pineapple Express guy. Silent Bob, that guy.
Kevin Smith?
Yeah, that guy. That's the guy who did the Netflix He-Man or Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently you're right. There was another one that was 2021.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, think about it. Magna PI, Quantum Leap, MacGyver. I mean, shit, they've been talking about rebooting Stargate SG-1.
All right.
And I'm on season.
As early in the show as it is, I have to go take a Geloja break because I haven't peed since before I went to go pick up Mrs. Vile. So I'll be right back. I'll leave the laptop with her so she can talk. You guys can keep talking,
You left me with LDG. Who am I going to talk to?
Hello. Hello. I'm just making a post on Facebook. Where did my... Oh, crap. I thought I had an AI here somewhere.
I thought you were an AI.
No, the AI picture wanted to add to the post. Oh, I copied and pasted it. That's why. Okay. Discord.
You're so hung up on the AI stuff. You got to end up like that chick from frickin' Superman 3.
I'm just taking advantage of an opportunity that's going to make a lot of money. And I'm really good at it. I'm finding.
So you tell us.
So I've been telling you. But no worries, the time's almost here. You've waited long enough, Daniel-san.
Why?
I'm almost done one of my most important AI inventions. 4D AI.
Oh, LDG, I got your DM, but
Yep.
I don't have permission to look at it.
What? How do you not have permission to look at? Oh, somebody, not from me. You meant from the other person.
Hello. All right, I'm back, and now we got Revan with us too.
Hey, so it's not an SG-1 reboot. It's actually a brand new team in a continuation after Universe.
Well, we don't know that yet. They've been trying to get it off the ground for like 5 years at this point.
The latest one is being greenlit by Amazon.
Yeah, that's not saying much.
I know. I'm just saying that's what we know so far. You get me?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've heard about that, but it's funny. I was watching. The more I've been watching SG-1, I think this is my 3rd time around watching SG-1 since I've had it. there's really no point in watching the movie anymore. I mean, the movie actually doesn't really fit in the long run when I watch it, and then I'm watching the series. I'm like, this movie just doesn't fit.
The way it explains is the events of the movie happened, not exactly as it happened. Do you get me?
Oh yeah. If you're talking about original,
yeah, I get you.
SG1,
But in Children of the Gods, they were able to. They had decent writers who could say, "Okay, hey, this shit happened before you saw this. This shit happened, and this is where we're at in the series. Hey, this is your pilot.
Well, like,
something happened before.
yeah,
now
one of
we now."
One of the big changes they made, though, was in the movie, the Stargate took them to another galaxy.
Yes,
whereas in the show,
exactly.
they said, "Oh, it was actually the closest Stargate to the Earth, and it's only a few light years away."
Yeah.
Yes, that was another change they made too.
So,
but like I said,
Oh, and the 2 L's, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love
and
the
the
movie,
2 L's.
but I'm just saying the movie and the series just don't really gel together for me anymore.
What do you think of the Stargate movies? The SG-1 movies?
Continuum and Arc of Truth.
Yeah.
Arc of Truth, I consider kind of a standard episode for the most part. It's just like you could easily break that one up into 3 episodes and consider it the lost season, 3-episode season of SG-1 to finish off the Ori arc. And they basically did the same thing they tend to do with these big bads is, discover a new ancient technology to end it quick. That's how they beat Anubis. It's how they beat Apophis. It's how they beat everybody. It's, find a new piece of technology and use it.
I enjoyed Arc of the Truth as a wrap-up to SG-1. Continuum was not needed. Really wasn't needed.
No, Arc of Truth was the tie-up to the Ori arc.
Yes. That's what we just.
Continuum was the. Oh, I thought you said the whole SG-1 series. No, Continuum was the one that was the end of SG-1 as a whole.
Continuum was
but it wasn't. It was
what if
literally
episode.
a standalone. It was a standalone movie, and I know their idea was to do other standalone movies. Those didn't happen. So really, Arc of the Truth is where the show ends. Because if you look at Continuum, it's a time travel episode where nobody knows anything. And by the end of the show, nobody knows anything. Nobody remembers anything. So it's kind of pointless.
Well, I thought, it might have been pointless, but I also still enjoyed it as the story, as a what-if scenario. The only part that made Continuum, or made me mad at Continuum, was how they portrayed the time travel while they were at the Toker homeworld. Because that's not how time travel has ever been presented in Stargate. It should have just been, as they're traveling back is when all the changes are made, and they don't know what's going on. And, that's what.
What are you talking about? That's not how they did it. The very first time travel episode, they came into the Stargate, and everything around them changed after they came out of the Stargate. Am I not correct?
No, the first time travel episode was when they went through the Stargate, and they ended up in when they went through the sun, ended up in 1960s, I believe 1966, and then Lieutenant Hammond, it was the 60s episode where they had to go through the solar flare.
Yeah,
but didn't they arrive?
Hold on. What you're talking about is the fact that when they walk through the Stargate, and then the Stargate disappears.
That's from our point of view. From what happened for them is they stepped through the Stargate, and when they emerged, they were already back in time.
Exactly.
So nothing changed around them. They just emerged.
It's a visual for us.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding, because I could have sworn I saw them come out of the wormhole after traveling in 1960, whatever it was.
That was a visual for us, as MB just said.
They were in, you could see they were still in the main control room, and then it just morphed around them like a warp bubble or something.
They actually made the control room empty except for the Stargate, and then they had the Stargate disappear.
Yes.
Time catching up with itself.
But in Continuum, what they did is as things are happening around him, Vala disappears, then a building disappears, and then so that's not how time travel.
Okay. I
That's
hear
what
you.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what they never did before.
Yeah, but they done something in Continuum that they've never done before, because through El Stargate they were all using like natural means, if you get me, right? But in Continuum they used an Atlantean time travel device. That's the difference.
That was not they used the Atlantean time travel device in that one episode about getting the ZPM from Ra back in the ancient Giza days.
Yeah.
Ancient Egypt.
I thought, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
They might have just changed it for the movie then.
No, in the movie, Ball had developed a massive solar flare detecting network to travel through time. It was literally the same time travel that they had established in that 1969.
Oh no, I'm talking about the visuals.
So, which to be fair was a genius way of presenting it, but I wish they had done that to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, that just ruins it because, like, once you have that, then it's game over. Like that. Once we found out Ball had this time travel machine, whatever, magical, it should have been game over right there, done. There should have been nothing beyond that.
Shouldn't Ball have died immediately? Because when we saw the Gould die inside of Apophis, was thousands of years old. Apophis aged older than milk. Then when they removed it from Ball stayed the same age.
Well, I think that's because Apophis specifically said that he had that host for thousands of years.
Yeah, thousands of years.
Explicitly stated how long Ball has had that particular host.
Yeah, I believe that too.
It's definitely not implied that it's the same host that when he.
Well, because the only one older was you.
Anubis, actually.
Well, you was like at the end of his lifespan. Like that was his last body.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, one of the things Apophis did when he took Jackson's wife was the whole point was to conceive a child that was going to be his next host.
Yeah, the Harthesis.
Yes. I guess there's a little discontinuity there. Maybe I don't remember every single
remember, it was still
Goa'uld's age, but
what I think it was going to be was it was going to be Apophis's son, not necessarily Scar, but the other this new Harthesis would have been his new son, and he would have inhabited that son, and he would have inherited his own fleet, and just pretended to be a new god.
Yeah.
Well, remember how they said too, because remember the Hussies, he is born. They're born evil. They're born with all the knowledge of all that has happened prior, just like the Goa'uld are. So remember, he has to forget all that, and then Jackson, with the Tok'ra, and then they're all trying to say like, "Hey, maybe we can just get a little information out of him." And then the guy, hits Daniel Jackson on the head and goes, "Yeah, this is what you'll do with that information in a year if I give it to you in your head."
Well, what I think it was is that because the kid was human, he may have had the information, but doesn't necessarily mean he was going to go evil. It was because Alma Dasala, or whatever her name was teaching him. She knew how to teach him not to be evil with that knowledge.
Do you think that she was scared he'd be?
No, she said he had to forget. The best way to fight was to forget.
But do you think she was in her own way scared? I'm talking about in hindsight with all the added continuity and shit like that. Do you think that she was scared that he'd become a new Anubis?
I was wondering that. I was thinking about that he might, because I've just gotten to the point where Apophis is dead, so the Anubis storyline's about to start up. So yeah, I could see why.
Apophis isn't dead. That's the whole thing. Is he's in a continuous battle with Alma Dasala.
But
no. Anubis is not Apophis.
Sorry.
Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis is in a battle.
I said Apophis has just died from where I'm at in the series. So we're about to start the Anubis story arc.
I wonder.
Remember, he doesn't die until his ship crashes covered in replicators.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm past that episode.
I wonder.
Because remember, they talked about, because we get to the episode where where we find out Omar is like the one guy Sam meets who ascended. They have that rule that you're not supposed to interfere with less developed people. And people like Omar and him have violated that just like Anubis does, but Anubis does it in a completely vile way.
I wonder.
Excuse me, I resemble that remark.
Yes, you do.
I wonder if you know the weapon that they use to destroy the Ori, right? I wonder
which one?
if
Are you talking about the Dakara super weapon?
final
Or
one.
the Arc of Truth.
The one that they literally obliterated them.
Oh, the Holy Grail thing, the Sun Graal.
I wonder if they'll use that to kill it Anubis.
I don't think they can. If they use it in the Milky Way galaxy, they would kill all the ancients too.
Yeah, wasn't that the whole point, that the Ori went to a different galaxy because of the whole thing?
Other way around.
Kind of the other way around, but yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. Like I said, I'm only on my third time watching it. So, and I'm, still getting through it. It's been a while since oh my God, I think it's been about 7-8 years since I watched it. And I mean, there's a lot of episodes. So, you got to kind of pace yourself.
I mean, when you watch it and you're watching the early seasons, you're like, oh, some of the episodes are just like,
Yeah, there's been a few I've skipped.
Even when I did my SG1 review on Vile Reviews, even then, it's like half the episodes are not really that great in that first season. There's a few really good episodes, but they're only great in hindsight, if that makes sense.
Did anyone notice from the early season the visual error that they had because they didn't come in on time? Christopher Judge was in a rush.
Say that again?
Christopher Judge came in late, right? Which led because he put on his symbol himself, which led to a visual error. Does anyone know what it was?
No.
In one of the early episodes in season 1, Christopher Judge's Tilk's symbol was upside down.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah, I thought you were talking about something else, because in that one episode when he's with Master Braytek, he has just the black tattoo, and then all of a sudden he appears with the gold one, saying, "I was picked as first bribe." And what's funny is we're talking about this. I'm just looking over at Mrs. Vile, and she's like completely disinterested in what we're talking about because she has no idea.
No, I'm showing the
picture. Yeah, she's probably questioning her life choices now being with you.
But there's still a symbol upside down.
Yeah, but that's just a small thing. It's something that we could easily skip over.
No, I'm just saying it's just a fun, And another thing I loved in the time travel episode was when they went back in time and Carter was basically a different person. She was there. She was repeating the line that she's like, "What do you not like me because my reproductive organs are on the inside?" Who would say such a thing? They love to make fun of themselves.
Well,
actually, back in that day, that would be something the Air Force officer woman would say, or a woman in general might say in the military. And I'm talking for firsthand experience.
Yeah.
Well, during the time that line was probably very poignant. In retrospect, it was very cringe, and they played into the cringe, which worked.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I will say this. The people who said that I've got a little defense of Captain Marvel. The way those characters kind of talked about how they were being treated and how some of the Air Force pilots or whatever, Navy, whatever they were, I was like, yes, during that time, this shit did happen. Yeah. And I'm like, I was like, well, if you're going to actually portray it, at least they portrayed it the way I remember it.
Oh,
which
remember
is exactly how it would have been.
God, I can't remember the name of the book, but there was a book a few years back that was they were talking about what were they called? The female pilots that worked for the Air Force or the Army at the time. during World War II, and their entire job was to
the Women's Auxiliary Corps. The Women's Auxiliary Corps?
Yeah, something like that. It was, but a lot of the quotes during the time period when they were like delivering planes to the front lines, so they were technically combat pilots. They were like, even once they landed to deliver these planes, all the other men were just like, "Oh, hey, sweet cheeks, how about you warm my bunk tonight?" And it's like, I'm delivering your fucking warplane. Shut the fuck up.
One of the funniest
well,
female soldier.
What, the funny thing is, a woman like that would have probably been like, "You think you can handle me in that sack, little man?"
One of the funniest female soldiers I heard was Queen Elizabeth. Like, she said one of her greatest kick was when someone realized who the hell she was.
Mm-hmm.
She said that was like their reaction was always hilarious. She said one guy was really like talking down to her and being a right dick, and she said that she hopped down because she was a mechanic, right? Mm-hmm. And she said that she hopped down from
with the female mechanic.
Oh,
you don't fuck with the female mechanic.
But it was also Queen Elizabeth, the then princess, right? And she hopped down and she's like, "Who do you think you're talking to?" Well, and she said the guy like nearly shit his pants.
Gary, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Rock Solid just tipped $20.
Nice one.
Actually, the episode I just finished up on Stargate. Sorry, Mike.
No, I was trying to do him a favor, and he's being too nice.
Hey, NB, sorry, I forgot to ask, how are you feeling now? Last time I saw you weren't feeling that well. I was wondering how you're feeling.
Well, the AC's working fine. I recovered from the heat stroke. It's been a good week.
Well, that's good.
If you don't like that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it. Well, thank you again. I don't know what to say.
And I'll tell you a character. I'll tell you what, one of the characters I really like from SG-1, and one that I don't think really I realized how big an impact that character was until After Effect was Dr. Frazier.
Oh yeah.
God, and one actress was actually really good.
She was.
Yeah, and one of the things I was saying, and the reason why I brought that up is because I was watching just recently, the last episode I watched the other night was with her adopted daughter, and the whole thing with her body and everything, and Dr. Frazier she is at her wit's end and does something you just would not. What's that?
Oh no, I'm giving Rock Solid this, and he was asking if it's shipped yet. I'm like, no, it's Sunday. I haven't shipped it yet. It's still right here.
But literally, Dr. Frazier walks in to the one person who can save her daughter and points a gun at her. And I literally think Frazier would have pulled that gun.
Yeah.
Would have pulled that trigger.
Yeah, but NB, you'd also appreciate that, and you two Viola's parents. Like, you would do
exactly.
You would do the same thing.
Exactly, because she says, it was like, stand in, I can't do anything. She can.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to fucking make her do it, or she's not leaving alive.
He went full mama bear.
Oh,
what would be a fun nod in the new Stargate series, whatever it is? If they're talking and they're like Dr. Frazier, and a woman walks in and they're like, yeah, and the general, whoever the general is, turns around and it's like, Cassandra, a word for a moment.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I would like to see Cassandra back in there. The other thing I'd like to see them do is if they ever do a Pasteur type vessel for Stargate, in other words, a medical ship, it should be either the Frazier class or the first one should be called, the Dr. Frazier.
Yeah, a first medical ship, absolutely. But if you did a continuation, I would say, okay, Dr. Jackson needs to now be Professor Jackson working at a university.
Dr. Jackson needs to lead Atlantis. Have him be perfect. Do you realize the issue Atlantis caused with Stargate?
Say that again?
The issue that the Atlantis
we fucked around and
They
found
never
out, like
closed
we
off
always
the
do.
Wraith.
No, no.
They left the entire galaxy to get killed by the Wraith.
Apart from that, I'm talking about Earth. So we know that a more superior gate overrides the older gate, right? Which means that the SG-1 base gate is now null and void, and everything is going to come through into Atlantis.
Well, I don't know if they're going to count the post-show novels as canon, but Atlantis does end up leaving and going back to Pegasus.
If it was me, I think honestly Atlantis would be a more superior like base, because that way,
Well, I mean,
like you move.
wouldn't you want Atlantis to be the main base? Like,
Yeah,
Hey, Elihu, by the way, the Asgard had a ship named the O'Neill.
yeah.
Well, they
it
had a
kind of
whole class
exploded.
of ship called the O'Neill. They also had a science class of ship that they called the Jackson.
They
Or
had
the
a lot
Daniel
of
No,
Jackson.
what I'm
things,
saying
like
is
a
the
planet, a
Asgard have a
civilization.
ship named O'Neill. I'm talking about the original O'Neill.
Yeah,
The
but
original
Carter
O'Neill,
blew
the
it
one
up.
that- yes,
You know what?
that one.
What
Hey,
be a
but
bit
you
of
know
a
what? Damn.
you know
It was
what
a
be a
hell
bit of a
of a way to go.
surprise. Like so in one of the episodes, just having like a random name, like sounds like any other episode, right? They're exploring like a new galaxy or whatever. They're finding new addresses, even a new world in our galaxy. Like don't have it a big whatever episode, but when they step through onto a fully functioning Lantian planet. They think it's another replicator planet until they're like, no, we don't use those. That's like from there. And it turns out that this race is the descendants of the Atlanteans, but they've been hiding, keeping themselves to themselves. And what they're doing instead of getting old is to get to an age and they spend their entire life focusing on ascending. And then, like, instead of dying, they just ascend. And you can introduce like new characters, new Atlantean technologies, new Atlantean characters. Have these new Atlanteans come back and fix old Atlantean technologies that never worked. Have a fully functioning Atlantis. Have have them even say, "Wow, Atlantis is so primitive," and have them have brand new city ships. You could play around with the idea.
Except for the fact that every time we've come across an actual ancient, they're usually assholes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, after the ancients got their asses handed to them, went back, right? Say they got off world, set up a new civilization, focused on ascending. I think that they would have been humbled.
I don't know. I was more interested in the evil Asgard they had in that one episode. The ones in the giant mech suits.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of them.
Well, I love one of the episodes where Thor is like, we cannot think like you, and Smith's like, so you need someone dumber. And I thought, there is some truth to that. You need someone who can think on another level. I mean, okay, if you're somebody of a far advanced technological race where everything is like the Asgard, and you end up with a human out in the middle of the woods, do you know how to start a fucking fire?
Yeah, I saw.
Well, I would say the Asgard tended to think, okay, we need X to accomplish this goal. We'll build this giant, complicated Rube Goldberg machine to get it done, where any number of things can go wrong, but we got to keep testing it out to make sure it will be perfect when we activate it. Whereas Carter's just like, why don't you just design a button? That's the difference.
You know what
like, or she's the one who says, blow it up. She's the one. You want us to blow up our most advanced ship? Yes, it's the easiest way to achieve victory. They can't think like that. They are so far into their evolution of what they've done. They don't know how to think those. They don't know how to think another way.
They don't
It's
know how to
impossible
kiss.
for them.
In other words,
Yeah.
keep it simple, stupid.
One of my
Exactly.
favorite running gags from Atlantis was everyone kept picking on Rodney over destroying like part of a solar system. It's like you destroy part of a solar system. It was only like 3/4, only 3/4.
Sorry, for those that don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, like, and whenever
Well,
anyone,
shit, we had a problem with, like, for example, we had a problem with our Wi-Fi repeaters in our house not too long ago. Did a reboot. Some didn't work. Come to realize when I was doing some troubleshooting, I accidentally plugged in a connector in the wrong spot at first. Pulled it out, plugged it in the right spot. Everything lit back up. It was like, okay.
when I was watching a thing,
Two steps, and I fixed it.
I was watching this thing, and there was a guy who was trying to, like, they were trying to fix an engine, right? Trying to get there, like, it was like a World War II type of engine, and they were like, okay, we need to get it fixed, like, and this guy was pulling out all this, fucking toolbox and everything, and the guy's like, hold on 1 second, walked up with a mallet, hits it on the side, and the thing just starts up and goes, there you go, tactile maintenance.
No, we call it percussive maintenance here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. So notice this. There are 3 particular people I notice O'Neill cannot stand. He cannot stand the Gould, he cannot stand the Russians, and he cannot stand the Tok'ra. But boy, I tell you what, I don't know which one he disliked more, the Tok'ra or the Russians.
Well, I think he didn't like the Russians because, remember, he was Special Forces, or at least the Air Force equivalent of Special
During the
Forces.
Cold War. I understood that. Yeah. I understood that completely, but I just loved how the way he kind of talked about the Tok'ra sometimes. I was kind of like, he just could not stand them on. But he had, like, with the Gould, he had a reason why. The Tok'ra, he had a reason why, and the Russians. So he just like 3 groups of people for completely different reasons.
You know, they really could have pulled off a Kirk, let them die with O'Neill, and it would have been like logical.
Actually, O'Neill did that several times.
Yeah, O'Neill did Kirk a lot in the first couple of seasons. But
no, think about this last season. Think about this Think about the season I'm on with dealing with Freya, and they were going to let a planet die, and they were trying to convince the people to get off the planet. And O'Neill, they're trying to do the rocket. The rocket gets destroyed. 2 of his people get killed, and he is like content. And Jackson's like, they're going to die. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That was literally his let them die. He's like, I don't care.
As a military man, NB, was what he done would have gotten him in for trouble?
No.
No?
I don't think so. No, honestly not, because the original plan was to shoot the rocket off. The appropriate response would have been go back home, get debriefed, and literally, if it had been my leadership would have said, fuck him.
Well, the whole most unbelievable part about that whole video, it was the United States actually spending that kind of money to fix one of their mistakes on a whole nother planet where they didn't have to do it because it wouldn't be, the Stargate program isn't known to the public. So they wouldn't have to worry about that optics issue we were talking about earlier. They wouldn't have spent billions of dollars to build an off-world rocket filled with heavy elements.
That if it didn't work, nobody would know.
Well, they would. I don't think the U.S. government would have spent that kind of money, even if those people.
No, I know the U.S. government would have spent that kind of money. I know what the U.S. government spends money on. Trust me, it ain't what you would like. I go all the way back to this. Back when I was, it was about right after 9/11, I remember this lieutenant when I was in the Marine Corps, and he said to us, he goes, "You know more than the average American citizen will ever know." And I literally said to my buddy next to me, I said, because if they knew what we spent their tax money on, they'd be pissed. And seriously, if you knew what the military really spent all that tax money on, you'd be pissed too.
I'm already kind of upset with certain things about the wasteful spending of the military.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault.
Well, it's also
I'm going to actually defend it. It's not their fault. They have to spend it.
Well, the only reason they have to spend it is because they'll lose it if they don't next year.
Exactly.
That's the problem. They need to be able to. They need to be able to spend money without being worried that they're going to lose it next year. Just focus on the projects.
You can't do that. Leadership will not let you do that. Leadership will not allow you to do that.
Well, it's not just
you
the
have to spend the money.
It's Congress's issue. I mean, did you know that it took almost 100 years for us to stop storing World War II helium and hydrogen?
Because it's still useful.
I can believe it.
Well, no, they literally had it in these warehouses being stored by the military that had to be under military guard, and literally the congressman for his state who was in charge of it was like, well, we don't want to lose lose those 3 jobs.
Oh, sorry. Talking about military, NB, you're going to get a laugh out of this, okay? You know, on Stargate, they had an army consultant, an Air Force consultant. You know, all the branches were consulting, right?
Yes.
Out of the entire run of Stargate, 3 episodes had to be pulled, and one of the writers is like, "What the fuck did we come up with?"
I can believe that.
Yeah, he's like, one of them's like, "I'm sorry," he said, "can't do that, national security." And he's like, "What the hell did we come up with?"
Well, that's okay. The guy who came up with the James Bond movie, Goldfinger, the idea was so well thought that the FBI actually contacted them.
Okay, we have a subject that Mrs. Vile wants us to switch over to.
No,
she brought it up, and I thought it was an interesting concept since we were talking about Russians earlier. You guys have heard about India landing on the moon, right? With their little rover?
Yeah.
No.
Apparently,
I saw the launch the other day.
Apparently, the Russians just crashed on the moon. Again.
No, that was before, wasn't it? Or recent? You talking about recent?
It was like a couple of days after, before the Indian. 1 or 2 days before.
She said it was 1 or 2 days before the Indians landed.
Hey, Vile, tell Mrs. Vile that I said that Indian takeouts can now no longer say they won't deliver to my area.
Say that again?
Indian takeouts can now no longer say they won't deliver to my area. You can say you just went to the moon.
Oh, God. He's making a joke.
Once they can make it to Uranus, they can deliver to Elihu.
Elihu says 35 hours before. So 35 hours before India was able to successfully land on the moon, Russia crashed on the moon again.
With a few millions budget. It was not a big amount of money.
Yeah, I'm looking at, I just did a quick Google search. Russia's Luna 25 creates a 10-meter crater after crash on the moon.
It was a successful test landing.
American propaganda on rockets successfully landed on the moon days before the Indians.
I was gonna make a Soviet Russia joke, but it's technically in Putin's Russia, satellite don't land on moon, moon land on satellite.
One of my favorite lines from Mythbusters was when Adam Savage turned around and said, "Well, I believe that would be a successful failure."
Yeah.
Hey, any good scientist knows that you can have a successful failure.
Yeah, everyone
You
working
can have a
on
failure
something.
succeed.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna chill out and just lurk here. I'm getting a little tired. I might need to take a nap. But you guys have fun. It was a blast.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, he's old.
Yeah. He's a whole 5 years older than me.
Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to you?
Maybe on the outside.
On the inside, he's at least 2 decades older than me. Wait, how old are you, Revan?
I was born in '88.
So you're about 4 years younger than me.
Yeah. You age like milk, man.
Well, that's what happens when you have a kid when you're 19.
I was in Boys and Girls Club when you were born.
What the fuck is Boys and Girls Club?
Wow, I'm old.
It's an after-school program for kids whose parents work too much. I was also in Boys and Girls Club.
It was actually fun, though. Mine had a little mini arcade, a big-ass swimming pool,
Yep.
big yard to play kickball, pool tables, ping pong tables,
board games,
like 9 vending machines. Yeah.
Oh, my country, for when parents work too much, there's a little thing called friends that you hang around with.
Everybody there was friends. That's where I met friends.
Yeah.
And it was right next to the library, so I got to go to the library and the Boys and Girls Club.
Actually, I got to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger because of the Boys and Girls Club. Through the Boys and Girls Club, he had this little fitness program thing that he was running. And if you completed X amount of targets over a number of weeks, you got a little you'd either get an award or something, and if you had gotten a certain amount, more than that, you got to do something else, and then if you got more than that, you actually got to meet him. And by meet him, I mean I shook his hand, and he didn't even say hello. But I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that, and I just remember being in this little health, fitness, and training thing, and I was the fattest kid in that group. And I just remember them going like, how did the fat kid make it? And I was like, because I'm a stubborn jackass. Sorry, I think that's funny.
Oh god. No, I'm just reading some stuff on Twitter.
Twitter, where discourse goes to die.
No. That's Gilded. Gilded is the Discord special needs little brother. But yeah, geez. Now over here we didn't have anything like that.
Well, considering the full name is Boys and Girls Club of America, I'm kind of not surprised you don't have it there.
Well, I mean, we've got American bases, so. Well, not base, like there's an airport dedicated to America here.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up. You're just regular Ireland, right?
Yeah. Yes, regular Ireland.
What's the irregular Ireland?
As opposed to North Ireland.
Okay.
The little country that pretended exists.
Sorry, I'm just doing a little quick Google search.
Shannon Airport. It's a specific.
Well, there's at least 3 naval air stations. You got Wexford, Ireland, Whitty Island, Ireland, Lough-Foyle, Ireland, and Bearhaven, Ireland. They're all American bases there.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
If we have 4 freaking... Oh, also Queenstown, Ireland.
That's actually called Cove.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just going by what's here. It's like, hell, we
I
might have
know
more
they-
military bases in Ireland than Ireland has.
Yeah, look up how many Irish bases are in Ireland. Go on, I dare you. Do it for a laugh. We've got 2. I think.
Now, apparently, there's no Air Force bases, but
Yeah, we
they
don't
are
have an
talking
Air
about that
Force.
airport. Yeah.
We don't
But
have an Air Force.
No, I'm talking about the U.S. does not have any Air Force bases in Ireland, but they are talking about the airport you're talking about,
Yeah, Shannon.
which basically, which kind of is unofficially an Air Force base.
There is a large section of Shannon Airport that is locked off to the Americans. The Americans planes land, they have their own runways in, out, their own guards. Protesters keep breaking in there the whole time and getting shot.
I'm just reading about it, and a lot of the comments are like from people in Ireland going, "I don't give a shit. I don't know why it's making everyone else so mad."
Yeah, we don't care. You're paying us for it. It's an economic benefit to us. Why should we care? You're an ally, you get me?
In England, we had the Boy Scouts and the Bronies for the girls, and when
Brownies.
you had done, sorry,
Brownies.
oh, brownies.
Yeah.
Then when you had done all your badges, you moved to Girl Guides, and Boy Scouts were then just called Scouts.
Yep, same here.
And before you ask, I got kicked out. Yeah, I was never in the Boy Scouts or the Eagle Scouts or anything like that. Mostly because I know I would have been kicked out on first day.
No one in my school was allowed in the Boy Scouts. I know that for a fact because one day
I would not have been able to get past just saying the oath for the Boy Scouts. For those that don't
You didn't
know,
do the oath? Oh my
yeah,
lord!
you have to
That
do
was
an
a Boy
oath
Scout.
as a Boy Scout, and this is the oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and country and obey Scout law, to help all other people at all times, and to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. See, I wouldn't have gotten past to do my duty to God.
Yeah, but you do realize that AA and the Scouts are both religious organizations?
Yes, I know AA is religious because it's run by the Scientologists.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
That there was a stall over here at Comic-Con.
Run by.
The Boy Scouts is a religious organization because, like I just said, LDG, the first thing they have you do is...
Yeah. You don't have to be religious to use the word God. Who controls it?
Oh, no.
Catholics?
If you are an atheist child, they actually kick you out of the Scouts.
Oh, really?
Or if your parents are atheists, they won't allow you to join.
Does that explain the whole... It's got to be... I got to be careful what I say. Because of the scandals related to the Boy Scouts. It starts to make sense now.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah, no, I just did. I just did think. Mark your calendars. Holy crap. I just made that connection.
Yes, that's probably the reason why they were all those Boy Scout scandals is because a lot of the Boy Scout leaders were religious leaders.
The whole God thing never rose an eyebrow. Just everybody says God, at least back then. Didn't think it was Catholic related or religious. Just like in God we trust, it has nothing to do with church.
What are you talking about now?
In God we trust?
Well, that was put in the 50s because they saw communists as atheist. I still prefer our original slogan, which was E pluribus unum, out of many one.
Oh, the whole we're the same person thing? I like that.
No, E pluribus unum, out of many one.
Yes. Out of many of us, there's one. I like that. When you use that.
The
Well, that's
original
our
Boy
whole
Scouts
struggle.
leaderships were the Mormons.
Yeah, the Mormons are very
Mormons?
into the Boy Scouts, literally
Okay.
and figuratively.
Mormon, is that
Catholics.
that's not
Now-
Jewish related, right?
No,
Nothing to do with Jewish. Okay.
it's
Got
the
it.
Latter-day Saints, the Mormons.
Latter-day Saints. Okay. I remember now. Thank you. They used to have those commercials. Church commercials.
I'm out of
Have
coffee.
you gone outside?
No. I just changed my voice.
That explains it. No, I mean in your life. But
Oh. Yeah.
No, it's now an all faiths and no faiths organization.
Well, the Boy Scouts has been really hesitant to change that kind of stuff. The Girl Scouts, on the other hand, basically stopped caring about it to the point where a friend of mine was a Girl Scout leader, and both her kids were in it, and our niece, and even our niece was very, very gay, and they were like, "We don't care."
A friend of mine, she was a Boy Scout. And she is not trans.
Say that again?
A friend of mine, a girl, born girl, she was a Boy Scout.
Yeah, I have heard that some of them that don't have the other one or in that area would allow the other gender.
She was both. Her brother, she switched over to take care of her brother.
See, I still don't have a problem with it. I'd say we just have one
Oh
scout.
no, I didn't have a problem. I think if they wanted to, like, if you wanted to do an all Boy Scouts, fine, do that. But if you wanted, then create a new one that's both Scouts. If you wanted to have them mixed. But honestly, let's be honest, do you really want a bunch of teenagers hanging around each other? In camp beds at night, under the moonlight?
I don't really care because, well, I'm not going to go into that story right now. Not with Mrs. Vile right next to me. I'll get hit.
Hey, Mrs. Vile, can you move out of arm's length? I was watching one of the funny scenes I thought in Scrubs was when a guy had to break his wife some bad news when she was the neighbor. He said, "Hey, honey, yeah, can you stretch out your hand? What? Can you stretch your arm out full?" And then he just like took one step beyond that, and he said, "Okay, so your mom's not going to make it. I forgot to pick her up at the airport," and she just then lunged forward and grabbed him.
No, remember, Mrs. Vile is a Latin woman. She could hit me with a chancla at 40 feet.
Yeah, when I was in Houston, a Hispanic lady shouted at me. I still don't know what she said.
Well, if you remember what she said, you can say it right now, and I'll have Mrs. Vile translate it.
Well, she was making like fat things at me and told me that I should drink some like chai tea, something that sounded like chai tea.
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
I asked my Venezuelan cousin. She's like, maybe she was on meth.
That reminds me of back in high school. I dated this half Vietnamese, half Chinese girl.
So a Japanese girl then. Got it.
And she invited me over for dinner at her grandmother's house because her parents still lived in Japan or in China, but she was staying with her grandmother in the States as a foreign exchange student type deal.
Yeah.
So her only family was her grandmother, and her grandmother just kept calling me the same thing over and over again. And after the next day at school, I said, "What was your grandmother calling me?" And she goes, "Oh, it basically means you fucking troublemaker." And to this day, it's the only thing I really know how to say in Chinese. And I say it sometimes just because it's the only thing I know how to say. And what's even funnier is I'll say it sometimes when I'm working. Someone who speaks Chinese will yell at me for saying it. It's kind of funny.
My friend, she was Dutch, and she got in trouble. She like broke some belonging to her uncle, right? And she said that when she was like 14, she did it, and her uncle walked up to her and in Dutch said, "Smile. I'm going to break every bone in your body, okay? They don't know what we're saying. Just act normal. Okay, thanks."
And we got Darren with us, so
hey, Darren.
Now we know that the stream is really falling. I'm kidding.
How long you been going?
About an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, so you're about ready to quit then, huh?
Maybe. Right now
Maybe.
I have Mrs. Vile with me.
Okay.
So this is the first time she's literally sitting next to me during the whole stream.
Oh.
So when she wants to go do something, we're probably going to end the stream.
Gotcha. All right. How are we all?
I'm just peachy. I'm out of coffee, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
How can an American run out of coffee? That's how they're like powered.
Dang it. I was going to steal some from Mrs. Vile, but she's also finished her coffee.
She knows better. Text one of the kids and tell them, get me a coffee.
Well, I'm down. I'm far enough away, and none of my kids have cars.
Do they not have bicycles?
Well, let's see. For the younger kids, because Caddy doesn't have a bike, but for the younger kids to bike down here, even if they knew which way to go, would still take them several hours.
Oh.
I'm about 60 miles away-ish.
Okay.
And let's face it, these are the same kids who are too lazy to walk 15 feet, so they're not going to ride their bikes any far for that kind of stuff.
How did he get around the house then?
I don't know.
Operate. I'm telling you, in the world of Harry Potter, a load of wizards are going to be like really lazy and just operating around the house. It's like I never have to walk again.
Oh,
like
Harry Potter.
Okay. Every wizard would look like Vernon Dudley.
Man, that scene where they cut out of Vernon saying to Harry, "You're not a waste of space." That should have been left in.
I don't know. I haven't watched the movies or read the books since J.K. decided to start her turf war. So what's new with you, Darren?
All right, I'm in my kitchen. Hold on.
I couldn't hear you.
He was hiding in his kitchen.
Oh, he's away from his mic.
Sorry, I was just flipping a fillet. All right. What's up with me? I just uploaded a video yesterday. Pretty long one for me. It's about a half an hour.
Damn.
Star Trek Halibut.
They finally released Halibut. Nice.
Yeah.
I'll try to check it out. I really need to start working on some videos, but right now I'm focusing on the eBay store.
Gotcha.
Right now, where is it? I still have this thing where I'm trying to hit 400 listings on the eBay store.
Yeah.
Every time I post new stuff, people keep buying it.
Hold up, lads. Some breaking news for gamers.
Yeah,
okay?
there's a special effects clip from the video.
Did you make it, or did you have someone make it for you?
No, that was made by Samuel Cockings over at Trek Yards for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Saints Row developer Violation has been shut down by parent company Embracer Group.
Say that again?
The Saints Row developer Violation has been shut down by its parent company.
Why?
The latest Saints Row game was an absolute flop, and no one's buying it anymore. They lost over over 1 billion or some in the past few years.
All right, hold on. I gotta go to Loja again. Coffee's going.
Have
through me.
fun. Ow. How are you doing, Darren?
Sorry, I'm running back and forth between my microphone and my kitchen. Hold on. Alrighty. I was frying some salmon fillets.
Oh, nice.
I had to-
I prefer steak myself.
Well, yeah. I mean, I when I decided to start experimenting with fish, I had to buy a whole different skillet because I didn't want my beef and chicken skillets to smell like fish. So I went out and bought a cheap ass lodge.
Like that's the thing. Like my country has some of the best seafood in the world, and I hate seafood. Like I could go 2 minutes and get some fantastic seafood. Like, and I hate the stuff.
Why? Seafood is great.
I can't stand the taste.
But it all tastes different. Different fish, different animals, they all taste different.
Yeah, can't stand it.
Well, you know, maybe if you Irishmen would quit pouring bourbon on everything you cook, it wouldn't taste the same.
Hey. It's whiskey.
Yeah, I was gonna say whiskey without the E, right?
Hold on. You think I'm joking?
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
No, I'm showing. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to share my screen. You need to see this fucking site. This is a place up in Dublin, right? You have whiskey chocolate, whiskey marmalade, whiskey tea, whiskey coffee. Do you want the link, Darren? I can send it to you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the coffee that I have at Mrs. Vile's place is actually bourbon infused coffee by Jim Beam. It actually tastes freaking wonderful. I love it.
I'll bet. Yeah.
Whiskey toffee, whiskey themed socks.
Well, I can't see the actual letters. So is that whiskey with an E or whiskey without the E? Because I thought Ireland was all whiskey without the E.
No, it's whiskey with an EY.
Wow. How'd that happen?
But I thought you guys were all whiskey without the E.
No.
Or is that
Hey,
Scotland?
Philip.
That's
Not when they're
probably Scotland.
I was going to say, not when they're talking about whiskey internationally. They probably have to add the E.
I mean, this is in Dublin, like next to the whiskey museum. Yes, there's a whiskey museum. Hold on,
I'm not shocked.
I'll go to it on Google Maps and I'll have a look at the door and see what they say. Right?
Most of the whiskey and
I
moonshine.
tell you what, Reben, if me and Mrs. Vile ever visit you, you can take us to the whiskey museum.
No, because I am not going to Dublin.
Most of the whiskey and moonshine that's in my store actually comes from the state of Tennessee. So if you ever do move here, Reben, that's probably the state you should go to.
Oh, I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, Yvette was correcting me. It's whiskey without the E in Scotland only. Everywhere else, it's whiskey with an E.
Yeah.
So I was confusing
Scotland, not
Ireland and
Ireland.
Scotland, so I apologize, Darth Reben.
Oh, man. I can't believe how many people do that. Here's Ireland, here's Scotland, and here's the bloody sea. You know?
Yeah, yes, but I was also in 2019 at Comic-Con, and this woman from America was explaining the Irish history to her daughter, and the waiter had to go over and tell her to be quiet, otherwise the customers may hit her.
Oh, man. I remember I had a friend from. I had a friend.
Sorry, that reminds me of.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead, Darren. I'll start. I'll go after.
I had a friend from Scotland named Andy Hope, who he when he moved to the United States, that was the most frustrating thing, was people confusing Irish with Scottish. He didn't understand why.
I got confused on them ESO for Jamaican.
Yeah, and he and it's like people find out they're from he's from Scotland, and like, oh, do they have leprechauns there? And he goes, leprechauns are Irish, you stupid shite. He's just like,
When I ordered a pizza, and this African American lady dropped it off to me, right? And she's like, "Wow, you're like, my name is written in Irish, but I'm not saying what my name is, but it's got a English pronunciation that's quite normal, right?"
Right.
And she's like, "Wow, your name's quite weird. I've never seen that like that. That's a weird name." And I wanted to turn around and go, "Yes, and your name is Strawberry, because that is normal." It's like, your pizza.
Oh, go ahead.
It's like, your pizza was delivered by Strawberry. I'm like, still gave her $5 tip.
No, when you're talking about the the American essentially trying to say Irish history amongst a bunch of Irish people.
Yep.
It reminded me a few weeks ago, me and Mrs. Vile went to go see Oppenheimer. And she told me like a week later or 2 weeks later that apparently I was Oppensplaining to another chemist. Because she's like, I knew all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, well, sorry. I'm just so used to doing it during Marvel movies and stuff, or DC movies, where she doesn't know as much as I do.
But the thing is, you're explaining it correctly. This woman was explaining it wrong. She said, one of Ireland's greatest heroes, Oliver Cromwell, and the guy's like, hold up. Like, literally, it was there, and it was so funny because she was like, when Ireland got its independence in 1995, one of its greatest heroes, Oliver Cromwell, and this, you could, if you turned your head to the left, you could, and like bent out a bit, you could see where the War of Independence started, right? And you could literally see like the Irish in the bar, like in the restaurant, turning around and staring at her. Me and my friends, we just stopped eating and we all just were like staring. And this guy's like, you need to stop talking before the patrons hit you. And then she was talking about like Michael Collins, and she was like getting all this information wrong. Like, said he was from like Kerry, and when he's actually from Cork. And the guy's like, I think he should just leave.
Well, the funny thing about me, Oppensplaining to Mrs. Vile is I got my degree in organic chemistry. She got her degree in just chemistry. So she's closer to industrial chemistry. So she's closer to his field than I am.
So did you just get your degree to grow a better pot?
No, I got my degree actually, ironically, so I could be a teacher, and then I couldn't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's Caddy's mom's fault, but I'm not going to go into that.
I'm not going to ask.
Say, the kind of people they're hiring for teachers nowadays, you couldn't get a job as a teacher?
Not in California, other than at a private school. Well, maybe now I could.
Especially in California. Yeah. Okay,
I could get a job in Florida, but I'd still have to. The whole reason I wouldn't get. There was two private schools, both of them Christian, that were in California, that said they would hire me as their science teacher. And I'm like, oh, cool. Do I get to create my own curriculum? And they were like, no, you have to follow this. And I'm like, this isn't science.
Yeah.
If you,
like, yeah, we want you to teach this. And I was like, no.
If you wanted to, like, your best chance of being accepted, go and work for an Irish Catholic school. We're kind of giving a middle finger to the Pope. We don't like him. Like, it's been going on for years. Like, when I was going to school, we had a pretty substantial physics program. There was, like, in one of the science classes, there was pictures of all great people in science. It was going from, like, I forget his name, but the Muslim guys who started, like, inventing, like, the Arabic number system. Going from them up to, like, Darwin and everything like that. We're just annoying the hell out of the Pope.
Oh God, sorry. Whenever someone starts talking about Arabic numerals, I'm reminded of this conversation I had a few years back. Back when SD GameSwap actually had a phone number. I had this lady call up to complain that because she had purchased from me Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5 for the Xbox 360 as a Christmas present for her kids. And she called me to complain that what showed up was not Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, but Grand Theft Auto IV and V. And I was like, ma'am, those are Roman numerals. I'm sorry they don't have Arabic numerals on there, but they are the games you requested. And she was like, I don't know nothing about no terrorist numbers.
Fucking. One of the, like, people, he asked me for the time, and when I showed him the time on my phone,
sorry, we got one of the Vile children in, so everyone has to say hey to Caddy.
Hey, Caddy.
I'm the one that's here the most. I'm the most reliable when it comes to actually coming to the streams.
Well, you're the one that's still pictured in the stream when I play the theme song, so.
Well, of course. I'm still very well known on this channel. I'm still the actual star.
I've got Mrs. Vile sitting next to me. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
Hola. I'm not gonna show my face.
I don't have the camera on,
Okay.
but she doesn't. Okay. She's been quiet most of the time because she doesn't want to be on the stream that much.
Oh, I'm debating going into my room and going on my computer to go play video games on the stream.
Mm.
You know, the one thing I've been wanting to do this entire time, and the reason that I keep trying to wake up early on the streams was so I can just go play video games on the stream.
Well, since we were talking about earlier, and I'm out of coffee. Can you bring me a coffee?
No.
But he's your father. You owe him your life, literally.
I paid for his food like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
I don't know his shit.
And how many meals did you make growing up?
Here's okay. I got to tell the story. I had to work Friday after I picked up the kids, her younger siblings from school. But I had her with me, and since one of the last store I had to hit was next to a Costco, she was going to take the kids over to Costco to get food.
So I just ended up buying them a lot of food.
And she tells me afterwards, did you know it cost like $30 to feed all of them? And I'm like,
no.
Yes.
No, that is not what I said. Yes, I said it only cost me $30.
No, you didn't say it like that. You said it like, it cost me $30 to feed them.
Well, no, because the reason I was saying that it cost me around $30 is because I was literally trying not to spend money that day because I had other shit that I needed to buy, and I was just like, well, that's gonna have to wait till next paycheck now.
And I was just like, yeah, that's how much I usually spend, if not a lot more, just to feed them. Feeding kids costs money.
Fun fact, I was talking with Vile Style about I of everything that like we could have done. I was like, see, I know where to take kids to like get them entertained. You take them to a goddamn Costco. There's hours of entertainment.
I think they spent. I think you guys spent, because I was at the store for at least an hour. So you guys spent probably an hour and a half walking around Costco.
Seriously. I had managed to completely and utterly entertain all of my siblings walking around a Costco. Figure out the fact that I was talking with them, keeping them entertained, and letting them try shit. Half of the time I'd make it a game and we get one and all of us had to try it. It was very funny. I have had to apologize to one of the staff though because Cameron decided to try to chuck a half full of one of the sample cups of this like pineapple drink at us, and I had to apologize to one of the staff because I was very sorry about that.
I didn't know she did that.
Talking about video games, I recently got into one that my friend's been bugging me to play for years, Genshin Impact.
One of my friends has been also bugging me for it.
It's actually really good.
Well, you know what's funny? As I literally just downloaded that game, only to erase it the next day because they were doing this promotion where if you download it, you got some Google Play points. So I only downloaded it for the Google Play points, and then I deleted it.
The game is also giant. I will say that the game is fucking giant.
Say that again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm on it. Like, I've been playing the game like for 2 weeks. Every like third of the year, they release a new area with a new god and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so there's a character in it called Paimon, who's violently adorable.
I know. I played the game briefly for like a few months because one of my friends kept being like, "Hey, Kat, play the game. Play the game. It's very fun. Play the game." And I finally caved and downloaded and played it for a few months, and I deleted it because I just didn't play it enough for it to take up that much space on my phone.
Oh yeah, no, I downloaded it on my PC.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I gotta take off. I'll see you later.
All right, later.
Yep.
Later, man. But I have a theory about Paimon I'm working on.
Well, is he Paimon as in named after the demon?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's violently adorable.
Very cute. Especially someone pull up a photo of her.
I've got the game here. I can stream the game for a minute if you want.
Sure.
Go Paimon up. Give me a minute. I'll log in.
I'm gonna go fucking on my computer and go play a game. Which means I'm gonna be switching from my phone to my computer, which means my audio quality may either drop or improve. Who knows? Depends on how my headset wants to be today.
Apparently, I've got it gilded. I did not know that.
How did you not know?
I downloaded it for one person and no longer talked to them and didn't open it again.
Mm.
They got creepy.
So in other words, they turned into me?
No. No.
Not that type of creepy?
Type of creepy that borderline illegal.
Oh.
Have fun.
I know, right?
I also had to just go deal with very fun Discord admin shit.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you send a text to your sister to see if she wants to join?
Because currently my phone's sitting off to the side and I'm on my computer.
Well, I'm trying to let my phone charge because I killed it earlier.
I can't.
Fact.
Come on, Genshin. Oh, there we go. It's loading up. It takes forever to load up.
Yeah, there's a few games that are like that. There was one that I downloaded for a while and I was playing. I can't remember what it was, but just to get it to load up took like 3 or 4 minutes on my phone.
Oh, my phone died. Net. Should have plugged it in. My faults. Fix that. Yeah, I've been
There we
playing
go.
this game called State.io. If anybody likes that game,
What
hit
is
me
it
up.
called?
Snake.io.
State.
Oh, state?
State, like the United States. State.io.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like Risk, but it's like arcade style RTS Risk.
Okay. So this is
Pretty
this
good.
is the game.
Okay.
Let me show you. Hold on, I have to show you Paimon. See that little pink shit? That's Paimon. Now, let me show you what Paimon sounds like.
Well, I'm just laughing because I can already tell that would piss off certain Christian groups to have an adorable demon like that.
Oh, just wait.
Even though I'm fairly sure that a lot of Christians wouldn't even know that Paimon is supposed to be a demon from Christian mythology.
I have
Jewish mythology.
3 devoutly Christian friends, and I mean like proper devout, and they're currently waiting on the next episode of Hell of a Boss.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen some stuff about it.
I can link it to you. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. Okay, but the first one, this is what Paimon sounds like. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, I'm going to be switching to my computer, so I'll be right back.
Are you running through OBS? Because I don't hear anything.
No, I'm not. I'm running the game itself. Not running through OBS.
Yeah,
But,
it might not play the sounds for us.
Yeah, so this is the Traveler. Then you get her for free. That's Amber.
Hello.
This is Kaya.
Mute the stream, sweetheart.
That's what I just did. It was playing on my phone still.
There is Lisa. All these I got for free.
Thank you.
And yes,
we're the fat anime chicks. Come on.
Where's Mondstadt? Hold on. There's a fat anime guy. It's also the nighttime. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, he died.
The brubber. Need to download.
Hold on, let's see if he changes.
This one. This one. Install. We're going to go over to this one. We're going to manage.
But
Uninstall.
bye Paimon. But yeah, there's usually at the gates these guards change, and there's usually a heavy guard. Oh no, he's inside. Hold on, I'll show him to you. There's one fat guy in the entire game. She's a puppet. She's not real. Literally, there's loads of her all over the place.
Never mind.
To get your medicine, like your health stuff, you literally have to cook.
Hello. Sorry, I'm downloading a game so I can play it on stream.
Ah, nice.
Well, again, are you going to be able to show it, or are you just going to try to share your screen?
I was just going to share my screen.
Well, why don't you download OBS? That way you can show your, without having to share the screen. Because I can only show one person's screen at a time.
Because my computer is shit. If I was going to do that, it'd be on Matt's computer.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you buy the woman a new PC, man?
She's an adult. She can buy her own PC. I'm still trying to get one for myself.
No. You don't have to be an adult to buy your own PC. Sorry, I was just trying to follow your logic there, Caddy. I'm just trying to get you a free PC here.
I might give her my backup.
There is a way for Cathy to get a free.
I'm sorry, my shit computer is better than his normal computer.
That's right.
There is a way for Cathy to get a free PC. Cathy, how fast can you run and can you read a map?
I mean, I can read a map. I don't know how long it will take me.
Okay, so find out where the rich people live, find out what time they leave, buy a bag with bricks in it, and see how fast you can run.
Or, you just travel to Florida, find out where LDG is, steal his laptop or his computer, and come back to California.
Don't do that.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck
I'm pretty
with
sure that thing is tracked by about 29 government agencies.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, I'm afraid it's got some massive spyware called Project Prometheus on there.
I'm pretty sure it's got some weird stains as well.
Not to mention the terabytes of porn.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, all you just hear is screeching is, why is it all furry porn?
Okay, I know I need to go
It-
to this one.
So does anyone here play No Man's Sky?
Cool. I
tried it out once and I didn't like it. It's just at the time it was just too empty.
They're after apparently really, really filling it out. I bought the game about 2 years ago on Steam. I still have it. I don't know if I should crack it open and download it or not.
Sure, you can get the entire screen because it won't let me just pick the window that has the game. Fucking asshole. I hate my computer.
Yeah, she hates the computer.
Just uploaded a stream from last night about racist DJ Odyssey.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
The heck?
Is that supposed to be a joke, or is that actually, Cause I don't know.
I don't know if
What
you guys
game
can
is
see
it supposed to be?
This
is
is
Minecraft?
This is Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It's a scary game, and my boyfriend just bought me the new one. This is the HD remake.
Looks like he's right. It looks like Minecraft.
No, it's not Minecraft.
Someone should contact Minecraft.
Every game is a shoot off of Minecraft.
Goodbye, Spooky.
And now it's
DJ
Doom.
was making racist remarks on Twitter. I'm shocked. Sorry.
Making racist remarks on. Oh God.
Yeah, I keep my channel apolitical. That way we can have people from both the left and the right on it. Have none of them allowed to talk about any politics and just have a good time.
Well, I mean, racists have they have the right to free speech too.
This place seems
not on my channel.
No, not yeah. Of course, I'm not. I don't mean your channel.
I sit down that and I run this way.
That's your free speech.
I don't know.
If I wouldn't allow racists on my channel, LDG wouldn't be here.
No, of course not. I don't know if people. I don't ask. It's don't ask, don't tell. So just don't tell me you're racist, and we won't have a problem.
Should I be concerned on what the conversation is happening in the background?
No. There was a guy on my channel who we can't have him back because he said some serious shit behind the scenes, and everyone's like, yeah, we can't have him back.
Oh, he got blacklisted?
Yeah, he started basically calling everyone in the LGBT demons and shit like that, and then there was a guy who's both raised by a Father, do you get me? A father, the guy who considers his dad is black and his wife is black. And your man was like talking about how they're infesting whales, and everyone's like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
That's
Yeah.
a skull. There's a skull.
Skulls aren't that flat. That's a face. There's no jaw.
There was a skull on the ground. Yeah, the whole thing is this is supposed.
That's random toast appears. Remind you to have lunch, kids.
Yeah.
I might have to drop you down, drop your stream or your window down because everyone's starting to robot a little bit for me.
Oh.
I'll say everyone's fine on my side, so it might just be you, Dad.
It's just
I
me.
better stop.
Yeah, it is him. I had to shut his stream down 1 week.
Well, that's because
Couldn't
we
get
lost
back
power when I down in TJ during the hurricane.
But even your power sucks. Oh, okay.
And look, there's another
Well, to be
skull.
fair, I was in Mexico.
What
It's a
did your
face,
internet
baby.
drink? Did your power drink the water? No, not funny.
Well,
Trying to
remember,
watch
I've
my
got a
stamina
Mexican
upgrade
sitting
with
next to me.
before. This is supposed to be a bed.
Oh, we're not senior game.
Yeah, I brought it down. I'll bring it back up. What were you saying?
This is supposed to be a bed.
Yeah, that was made by the intern.
I don't know. It looks more comfy than my bed right now.
Door.
Thank you for that play-by-play of door.
Of course. Run along the set. That
Door. Left turn.
Hi,
door,
today on Vilemike
door.
door review
Right
brought to you
turn,
by
door.
Katie.
another bed.
Oh, purple
It's purple
bed.
this time. And a note. What's the note say?
The note says, bring your dad more coffee.
No.
The note says, "Don't look in the closet. I ended it all. Love, Jim."
I know something is following me, but I feel like I'm prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove I'm making some progress reaching some destination. I hope I don't run out of ink. I am dreadfully thirsty.
Why are the notes stained? There's no water. How are the notes stained?
There's a certain entity in this that is kind of goopy.
Is it
Door.
a sperm monster?
Door.
You didn't.
Hallway.
You didn't tell us the door. Oh,
Holy shit.
No, that's a skull.
oh, I'm sorry. Was that meant to be scary? Hold on.
It's more this game is really quiet with just vague sounds of music. That's a gray bed this time.
All right, I'm going to
That's
have
a
one more
door.
cigar, and then after I'm done, I'm probably going to end the stream.
Huh?
He's.
It moves.
So, do you have to
Oh.
match the body
Good
up
to
to the skull? You found so many skulls. Now find a jaw.
Several beds.
Why are there so many beds with so few people?
I don't know.
This place gives me strong cult vibes.
Well, it's because this is a rich mansion, and they're not going to share their beds no matter how many they have with the poor people.
Yes, because everyone builds a mansion in a straight line with only one room per.
I think I'm getting to the first entity soon.
Yes, because you're going in a straight line.
No, it's not straight.
She says as she travels in a straight line.
Shut up. 3 beds, black, and green.
So tell me, if you go from one door, okay, straight across the room into another door, and then you go down a corridor, is that not a straight line?
No, because you're turning.
She just made a left turn.
The trills in this game.
What the fuck?
It's suddenly
What is this?
NASCAR.
Hey, look.
She's
Go back to
doing
the picture
NASCAR
for a
in the
second.
castle. A left turn. A left turn.
See that
Another
picture?
left turn.
That's meant to be hell, but no, kids, that's colonoscopy.
Why are they showing us LDG's asshole on the wall?
How would you know what my asshole looks like? I'm sorry. I missed that bit.
Because I'm the one person on your OnlyFans. Congratulations.
You know, OnlyFans rejected me, unfortunately. I mean, I tried. I actually did try.
Did they pay you to keep her clothes on?
Anything
Look at other skull.
that pays the bills, that'll work.
Other skull.
Again, another face.
It's a skull. It is bones.
It's
just
not
a-
round, it's
I
flat.
found a
E.g.,
safe.
it's a face.
I got a save point. Look at the little kitten in the box. Look at it.
Ooh, demon rabbit cat.
Elevator to go down the hole.
Ah, yes, because in this lift you can have emergency mass if you need it.
Because that's what every castle needs, is a working elevator.
Yes. I know. I live in a country with castles. They need it.
Oh, yep, this is goop.
Behind
about to get
another
killed?
door?
Where is he? I know he's here. Where is he? I know he's here. Where is Goop? Where is the Goopy man?
He's in
LDG's
Ireland right
talking to
now.
you. Hey, I'm not goopy.
Hey, there's your other bones.
Oh, cool. Femurs, brilliant. Now we need a lower jaw. Come on, kids. We're playing Peace Daddy back together.
Well, you got chest, you got femurs, you got the top part of the skull. Pretty soon you'll have Lucy.
There's a note on this. This is a haunted mansion. What part of this is goddamn romantic?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is meant to be scary. This game's violent. This game is adorable.
It's so cute. This game is very cute. Like, this door.
Hey, sweetheart, did you see the new Five Nights at Freddy trailer that dropped?
No, I have not. Look, more pages.
You know, you and I are going to have to take Jacob to go see that, right? Or as he's known on the stream, Turtle J.
I'm gonna go see it probably first by myself because I have adored FNAF for fucking ever.
Oh yeah, Vile. Do you want me to send you the Hell of a Boss on Discord or on Twitter?
Look at the skull.
what?
Also, fun fact: there are like no actual.
The show I was
characters
telling
in
you
this
about.
game.
The Hell of a Boss.
Shoot it to me on Twitter because I'm not on Discord. I mean, I'm on Discord, but I'm never on Discord.
I found
You know
him.
what I mean?
I found the Goopy man.
Now, kids, if you make gentlemen, if you make something
This-
that looks like
this
this,
is
please
the
consult
Goopy
your
man.
doctor.
Why does it look like someone just peed on the floor?
Vile, if your pee looks like that, please go and see a doctor straight away.
You know, that's the Goopy man. If I pick up this
No.
note, he will spawn.
No, Revan, my pee is a normal red color.
So
And it
I've-
burns afterwards.
I go up to this part, and I don't want to read it. I don't want to spawn the Goopy man.
Spawn the Goopy Man.
On the Goopy Man.
Nope.
Wait, we didn't see Goopy Man. Go back and show us Goopy
You
Man.
didn't see it.
Nope.
So
I
there's
would
no
rather get
Goopy
the-
Man.
No, you don't get to see him.
See that there's two of them. Are they Goopy people?
Ah,
But there's so many puddles. How's it the same Goopy person?
Because the first one's the one he spawns out of, and then he just comes in from behind you. Fuck. Ah! That thing that I just ran by was the Goopy Man.
That just looked like a giant floating turd. It looked like green Mr. Hanky.
Looks like a St. Patrick's Day poop.
Fuck, please, I would like to not be chased by the Goopy Man right now.
Maybe he just wants to sell you some insurance or something.
I would like to not be
Maybe
chased
he
by
wants
the
a
Goopy
hug.
Man. Actually, I truly think his pose looks like, sir, is this your wallet? Please, sir, take your wallet.
No, sir, take your child. Sir, you left your child in. Sir.
Please.
Or else you know what it's like. Hi, would you like to talk to us about our Lord and Savior, Zemos? We're coming to you from the Scientologies.
Let me up.
God. You know, we're just laughing at you because this is not scary at all.
Yes, it is a lot more frightening in game. Let me through the door.
You must be terrified of like hand puppets.
Okay, I think I got out of his chase. Holy shit.
There's a real scary show I have for you. It's called SpongeBob.
I did it. I beat the Goopy Man.
Bless you.
I'm coughing.
So
well, it sounds like a sneeze.
To beat the Goopy Man, you just had to follow Jeff Goldblum's instructions.
Fucking
Must
run.
go faster.
Yeah, just all of them. It's just run. I found something today, satisfying my unromantic thirst. I awoke from a brief faint and found me a bottle of red wine. I'm not sure what brand or year, for there's no label. All I know is it tastes strongly metallic.
This sounds like every Japanese romance sim I've ever played with my friend.
Sadly, I don't think that was wine. I think he found a bottle of blood. Why there's a bottle of blood in here, I don't know.
Have you... Katie, I have a game that you're going to find hilarious. It's on all the drugs. The KFC dating simulator.
There's your coffee, Dad.
Can I drink that?
It's cardboard. Have fun trying to drink it.
He's an American who wants coffee. He'll find a way. But yeah, it's the KFC dating simulator that exists.
I've seen that.
I have it.
Oh my god.
It's genuinely insane. You get to decide whether your friend ends up with a special needs man, okay? Like, or a steam cooker.
What?
It's a wooden door. Just run at it. It'll open.
Yeah, but this one. Okay, that was weird. No! Fuck! Yep, we're on a rechase cycle. Which means fucking run.
Did you try screaming at him? Christ compels you? How about sacrificing Vilemike to him?
If I could, I would. Please let me through. Please let me through. Fuck. Fuck this.
I don't know. Is that a good or a bad thing, Vile?
Well, remember, I've already been rejected from hell, so.
So you can't pray or hell or heaven lets you in? I would like to not be on a retrace cycle. Fucking
I would say a certain
man.
joke, but I'm not going to say it right now.
Fucking Goopy Man.
The stuff you can't say on YouTube is really annoying me because I'm doing true crime and there's certain stuff I like to talk about.
No. I'm fucking fuck. Ha. This game is so quiet when those little fuckers pop out. Oh, holy shit. Again, there's your copy, Dad.
You realize I can't drink a poster in your game.
Have you tried?
To be fair, no, but
well
based
then,
on
there you go.
experience,
No problem.
I can assume based on previous experience.
Well, maybe if you
I would in fact like an axe, please.
Why? So you can go Lizzie Borden on the Goopy Man?
Yes. Oh god, I think the next one is the Spider-Man. Or no, Centipede. It's been a Centipede guy now.
I was going to say, it's Peter Parker?
Spooderman.
Sorry,
Hey, Vile, I don't know if you're in my Twitter group. I've got a Twitter group. You can share your story in there, no problem. I can add you to it.
Am I wrong? What? Wait, what?
I'm not on Twitter all that much.
What is this?
Usually I'm on Twitter just for enough time to piss one person off. Like when I actually do spend time on Twitter, I usually start presenting facts to somebody until they get tired and block me instead of, doing anything intelligent.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm blocked by like Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, but I like her. Why don't you like her?
She annoys the ever-loving crap out of me. She's not qualified to talk about anything. I'd rather hear from a climate scientist, someone who's spent their entire life working for this stuff instead of a teenager just like bunked off school from multi-millionaire parents who are descended from multi-millionaire grandparents who takes.
Dad, your coffee's trying to give me a heart attack.
Yeah.
The problem I see with it is though people aren't even listening to the climate scientists that actually do spend their time studying that stuff.
Well, the main way of that a lot of people are going about it, like Let's Stop Oil and Greta Thunberg, is just simply annoying people. You need to come at it from a different way.
Oh, I do like the fact that the whole Andrew Tate and her thing, because he's a fucking monster.
Oh, that dude's a fucking tool.
Yeah.
I realized. I don't know if you guys are actually paying attention at all to what's happening on this.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, no, we're
Oh, we got
Sweetheart,
stuff
I'm
in the
watching
chat.
it,
We
I
got
still
your
don't see
game.
what's
We got.
going on.
There's a lot going on right now.
We're still waiting for the Gary to happen. While I dropped Hell of a Boss from episode 1 in your DMs, the new episode of season 2 will be out on next Saturday.
I've been trying to get him to watch Hell of a Boss for fucking ever.
Well, I'll check it out later. Unfortunately, Twitter is on my phone that doesn't have internet right now.
Well, also,
it's by
Katie can simply show it to you.
Fucking watch it this way.
Jump down the hole. What happens?
I can't. It won't let me.
Oh.
So the game won't let you off yourself?
Yep. The game says if you're
Bloody
gonna die,
OSHA.
be real about it.
This game is a severe OSHA violation.
Oh, it is. Several times over.
Hey, Katie, do you think Octavia and Luna are going to end up together?
No! 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 Goopy Man! Goopy Man, why? What did I do?
Katie.
Yes.
Hell of a Boss. Do you think Octavia and Luna are going to end up together?
No.
They're really, really being shipped together by the community.
I know that Octavia and Luna get shipped together a lot, but no, I don't think they're gonna end up together.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Everyone Luna's been interested in are all hell beasts. Like she is.
Oh, I was right. Where are you? Where are you, you little dick? That's locked. That one isn't.
Is that meant to be a mangled head?
I have no idea.
Someone left their cloak on the floor.
It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. As long as I don't read the notes, everything will be fine. That's a key card.
Take the key card. But what does the note say?
I don't want to know.
But we want to know.
I
We
want to
would
know.
love to know. Yeah.
Subject 5 is growing more
Okay,
restless.
we're bored now.
I am now lovingly calling this Vilemike. This subject is now Vilemike. That's the door.
Well, it looks like it's less green goop and now blood. What's in the little green things?
That.
Lunch.
In all of them?
And one's broken.
But all of them have the same thing?
How do I get out of this room?
Everything is broken.
Do I have to go back to the other room? What? That's that door. That's where I came out of. So this one?
Use the key card.
Hey, Vile, from everything I've seen, my
No.
Yes,
The hole in
yes,
the
yes.
ceiling.
Notice the hole is the same size that a person could fall through. Interesting.
Sorry, baby. I'm sorry, babe.
Go. We
I
want to
read-
see we want to see evil.
If I read this note, it's gonna spawn.
Read the note. Till the
Read the note.
hole.
Fuck.
Turn around. Oh, it's a puppy.
Oh, he's very cute. I actually adore this specimen.
Wait, is this like that? Like a game based on like subject like SNT like 27 or something like that?
What do you mean?
You know
there's
the thing where they come up with all the weird. What is it called?
Kind of. The actual lore of this game is more or less, at least in the without. Fuck! It hit me. Think I'm safe?
Well, turn around and let's find out.
Also, this now means that either Goopy Man and or that centipede can now come out and try to eat my ass again.
Sounds like fun.
It's very much not.
See, me and Vile thinking the same way.
Hold on. Was the centipede the centipede guy? Was he human at one point?
Fuck.
Now, I have a question for Vile and Mrs. Vile. Right? As chemists, how much would you recommend that we drink glowing liquid?
How much did you recommend we drink glowing liquid?
Yeah, how much do
Depends
you
on what's
recommend?
causing it to glow.
You know, vitamins maybe. A good healthy glow. Ah, yes.
Well,
Gen Z panic humming.
If it's Nuka-Cola Quantum or Nuka-Cola Victory, I say drink all you can.
It's fine, everything's fine. He just broke down a door.
Do you wonder what they taste like, Vile?
Oh, the Nuka-Colas from the games?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy.
I don't know.
I'll say if you guys would like me to take a break, this is a safe area. I can stop for a bit.
Well, we've been going on for over 2 hours. We can continue this next time.
Yeah.
We want to hear you cry.
Hey, real quick, I do gotta hop off right now. Thanks for having me, though.
I just wanna
Good
say
show.
something.
Appreciate
I'm not
it.
forcing him to end the streaming.
No, she's not, but it's been over 2 hours. Oh, and Caddy already left. I don't know if she did that on purpose. And we lost LDJ,
Wild.
so I will play the standard ending thing that everyone seems to like, and then I'll see you guys next week. So
Yeah.
later,
Later, man.
folks. All right, you're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.